many sights to see. And when I look in...
Hello traders, Gary Wagner with WFGForex.com, your daily market update for Forex Gold. It is Sunday evening, almost 10 o'clock p.m. in Hawaii. Market is currently trading at 1164.90, 164, 165, and we do have an interesting scenario brewing within the market. What we are forming right now is what's called a doji. A doji is simply a candle in which you have the open and close equal or the same. And we also have a true gap. The only time you can get that gap, of course, is between Friday session and Friday session and Sunday session. Now, the interesting thing about a doji is a sign of a market consolidating or a market shifting in terms of the power balance. We've had an incredible run up. You know that we've seen this market move from under $1,100 to 1165 in a rather short period of time. When the market is going to consolidate, it needs to shift that power. And when the bulls give up their power to the bears, that shift can be seen as a doji, as we saw here back in February. My sentiment right now is that this last rally that we're witnessing right now might in fact be coming to its first, let's call it a breathing area. Now, here's the key though. We are right now above that key resistance area, and here we'll talk about Fibonacci in a second. That's a little bit higher, so that's my concern. If in fact we can form a base in this area, I think that it's going to make a run for these all-time highs. If in fact it finds some resistance, I would look for it to pull back, and we'll pull profits and look for a point to re-enter. Currently, we have our stop sitting at 1142. I've shrunk our chart and I've put up our Fibonacci, and of course traders who've been following us every day realize that we're drawing our Fibonacci from this low back in September 2009 against this record top at 1221. And if you notice, our resistance right now is at 1166, 1167. We're currently trading at 1165.23. In other words, the market is open all day. We really need to see how it reacts in this area. We're of course at a critical juncture. We're in a long position. We got in at 1097. We added to our position at 1145. Our stops are up at 1142. We'll look to move the stops up later this week. I do want to see how it's going to react. One scenario, of course, is that it breaks through and continues higher. If we get a star here, which we are forming through the evening session, and then on the following day, we get what's called a black candle. And if it's a black candle that kind of looks, I'm going to try to draw it in here. If we get a black candle that looks something like this, this pattern here would then be called a three-river evening star. A confirming candle, which would be this, would indicate a sell signal, and that would move us down to what I'm going to call a first retracement from this one little area here. Now, if it can form a base in this area, because when we look at our resistance point, we are trading above it. If it forms a base in this area, it's most likely that rather than seeing it move up, what we're going to do is to see it move down. If it forms a base, we'll want to see a couple of candles such as this and make a run for it. So this particular juncture right in here is critical. In other words, is it going to form that three-river evening star and then move down, or is this just a little breathing room before the market continues higher? All in all, we had a great week last week. I think we're in for a fascinating week this week. We'll just have to see what the gold market wants to bring. This has been Gary Wagner with WFGForex.com, your daily market update for Forex Gold, and as always, wishing you good trading. Bye-bye.